You have something special. You have greatness within you. Hello, my name is Les Brown, and I want to welcome you to being a part of an event that's going to change your life, the spirit of the entrepreneur. And one of the things I talked about that was a major factor in my life, my desire to take care of my mother. I'm adopted. I feel like God took me out of my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. She worked real hard to raise and take care of and to provide food and shelter for 7 children. And I felt that the least that I could do was to make something of myself. And when you come to see me, I want you to be clear. What's your why? Nietzsche said, if you know the why for living, you can endure almost anyhow. See, one of the things I've discovered that entrepreneurs have a tremendous, compelling why. What drives them? And sometimes it's something to prove. In my particular case, because I was labeled educable mentally retarded when I was in 5th grade and put back in the 4th grade and failed again when I was in the 8th grade, no college training, that most people told me that I would be a failure. And they told my mother that. But Mama never gave up on me. I want to share with you one of the things that's very important for entrepreneurs, and that is you got to be bold. When I decided to be a voice that changed and to influence people's lives, when I decided that I wanted to live a greater life, I decided not to play small. I think you either play big or go home. I decided I wanted to speak on the big stages. I wanted to be an entrepreneur that can build a business that would be global. See, I know that a lot of people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. I know from my own experience, most people fail in life because they did what I did, aim too low and hit. I was playing small for many years, and I realized at some point that this isn't me. I was on a job, I didn't like them, and they didn't like me. They paid me just enough to keep me from quitting, and I worked just hard enough to keep from getting fired. I mean, we're talking about a contract in mediocrity. But then something happened. My mother became sick, and at that moment, I had to decide, what was I going to do? What was I going to do to be able to provide for her and take care of her? And I had to become an entrepreneur. I knew that working on a job would not give me enough money to take care of her and be able to be available to her. And so I had to take a chance on my talent. That's why one of the things that I tell people, you are the money. What is it that you have going for you? I want you to think about that, because when you come, I'm going to show you how you can monetize that. When you discover what is your passion, what do you love? See, at the end of the day, you're not born to work for a living. No, you are born to find something that you can do, that you can make a living out of. That's you. I was near a couple one day, and a guy asked another guy, said, what do you do for a living? The guy told him. And then the guy's wife asked, what are you living to do? Wow. That's a different question, different than what do you do for a living versus what are you living to do? I'm asking you that question. What are you living to do? What resonates with you? What is it that you can do 24/7? Because in our workshop, we take the time to peel back the layers. In our workshop, we get through all the excuses and the racket that you have in your mind as to why you're not doing it. Because that's where I was. I was stuck in my own mind. Shakespeare was right. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings. There's an African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And I was my worst enemy. I was holding myself back through fear, through procrastination, through excuses. I was holding myself back. I'm an assassin. I'm going to take you out. When you come and being immersed in this experience, you're going to confront your fears. Being around other motivated people, you're going to overcome procrastination. Being in this kind of environment, you're going to discover a part of yourself that you could never discover by yourself. I want you to do something right now. I want you to decide what is it you want to do. What does the next chapter of your life look like? Become bold and make the decision to show up. They said that 80% of people in life win because they showed up. Show up for yourself. Show up for your dream. I want you to register online, or I want you to call right now. If you can feel me in your heart, if you feel right now that there's more for you, that there's something in you that wants to express, there's something in you that feels like Helen Keller, who said that life is short and unpredictable. Eat the dessert first. What is it that make you feel good? What is it that make you laugh? What is it that when you do it, it brings joy to you? You know, I talked about a man named Mike, and he graduated from college, didn't have a particular major, and he worked in a retail shop, and there were a lot of products there, but when he picked up a camera, it was love at first sight. Have you had that experience? Or maybe it was delayed enlightenment, where you started doing something and you fell in love with it. Like, I love speaking and training and helping you to discover a part of yourself that you don't know right now. This experience that you are going to be a part of is something that it's going to impact you at a level unlike anything you've ever gone through before. This experience and being around other collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships that will hold you accountable, that will cause you to raise the bar on yourself. It's going to expand your vision for yourself that will allow you to see what's possible. I didn't do what I'm doing now because I had so many negative people around me. And it really infected me. It was a mind virus of possibility blindness. But here's what I can tell you, that as a result of your coming to this event, that you're going to begin to expand your vision of what's possible, and you'll realize that you have something special. You have greatness within you. And when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are, so you act like you don't have any. My name is Les Brown. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Call right now. Go online right now. We're going to fire you up. You have something special. You've got greatness within you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.